Van Vonnet, and welcome to the Local Buzz. The Local Buzz is an opportunity for us to showcase all the wonderful professionals we have within our network. And today we are excited to have Krista with us. Hi, Krista. How are you doing?
Hi, Marianne. Thank you. I'm great. Thank you so much for having me. I'm happy to get to talk to you again. We had so much fun the first time.
Yes. So excited to have Krista because the whole Local Buzz came from, and the inspiration behind it came from my interview that I did with Krista back in May, I believe. And I was thinking, wow, Krista is doing this. This is a great way to kind of get out there and, connect with people, in your community. And I was like, well, golly, why am I not doing that? So I kind of, took kind of what Krista and I did and then made it more towards the Local Buzz. But I thank you, Krista, for the inspiration for, not only helping me, but helping other, small business owners here in the Valley.
I'm so glad that we're inspired by our conversation originally. And I think what you're doing is great. And yeah, the more of us that can get more voices out there to help other small businesses, we're all going to do better, especially in these really crazy times right now where a lot of businesses are, hurting and need all the help they can get. So I'm glad to have yet another awesome person out there putting the help out there.
Yeah, see, be inspired. So this shirt was really, it was the shirt to wear today.
Yeah.
So Krista, can you kind of tell us, who you are, what you do, and why marketing is your passion?
So I got into marketing way back in 2003. I started in sales, B2B sales, and I had to work with the marketing department a lot and learned that I was interested in it. Got my chance to start with the startup and fell in love with marketing. I love the creativity. I love how it's literally one of the most important functions of a business, because if nobody knows who you are and what you're selling, how are you going to survive as a business, right? And that's really what marketing is about. So I love that. And I absolutely love working with clients. I never wanted to be in-house marketing. I always have loved the variety of working with clients and being able to impact more people. And my love of marketing is evident by the fact that I love teaching it too. And that's the first thing my students always say of why they love me is because, as a teacher, is because my passion is so evident for that. So that's, I don't know, I could go on and on about marketing, but yeah, that's what I do. So I'm a marketing consultant, I'm a marketing professor, and then, I have a podcast, both my own and one with a partner. That's more about social media, but still marketing. So yeah.
So you literally like eat, breathe, and sleep marketing, you would say?
Yes, in fact, I'm finishing up my dissertation to get a DBA in marketing as well. So
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, I'm waiting, hopefully within the next 2 weeks, I'll be defending my dissertation and be done. So.
And then it'll be officially official.
Yes.
Do you think you'll be done with school as a student at that point? Or
yes, I don't know. I definitely don't have any postdoc plans, that is for sure. The only reason I did this is because I love teaching, and for long-term professor positions, having that final degree is very beneficial and helpful. So I don't recommend most business people go this far. The degree was for my teaching passion. So.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
early.
You. Yeah.
So, like we said, the Local Buzz was inspired by the conversation that we had earlier. And so what inspired you to, because I know you, like you said, you have a podcast. What inspired you to do a podcast, as well as all the other things that you do to help businesses with marketing?
Yeah, well, really it was just, I realized I have worked really hard over the last several years to use social media to build up this great network of people. And a lot of them are in marketing, because I like to learn from other marketers, but a lot of them are in, very specific things like website design, website building, video creation. But I also have gotten to know accountants and, executive coaches and payroll people. And so I was like, why am I not using this network, like you were thinking after you talked to me, why am I not using this network to create content? Like, yeah, I know a lot, but there's a lot of other people that know a lot I don't. And so I thought this would be a great way for me to create regular content while bringing a lot of value to my audience, and then also hopefully helping not just my audience, but the people who come on my show get exposed to my audience. And kind of, as you and I were talking a little bit before, that it's that ripple effect of this. Next thing you know, they connect with you, and then maybe they end up hiring you, or they refer you to somebody, or whatever it might be. So that was why I started it, and that's why, even though I've taken a little break, I definitely plan to continue.
Well, and it's like it's staying top of mind.
Yes.
Even if someone doesn't consume the entire video, let's say the entire 15-20 minute video, if they just consume a few minutes of it, they're going to be like, oh, Krista, the next time they think of someone, if they need marketing or something like that, they're going to think of you. So it's kind of that staying on top of mind, would you say?
Yes, definitely.
And so who are you looking to be on your podcast?
Honestly, anybody that works with small businesses, so whatever services they might provide to small businesses, or products even, or anybody that has knowledge that could help a small business. So I mean, my net is very wide. So everything from accounting to anything under the marketing realm, to sales advice, to product design advice, to financial planning advice. So that's which if anybody goes and looks at my podcast or my YouTube channel, they'll see that, that's kind of been all over the board. I've had small business mortgage lenders, I've had small business payroll providers, I've had, small business video content creators. So yeah, and anybody that can help small businesses.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. And so then it's kind of like a one-stop shop. So, at each podcast, you can learn about new businesses like barter, for example. I'm sure a lot of people had never heard of barter.
Yeah.
So, anything that can help a small business owner, that's who you're looking for the podcast.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Yours is one of my favorite ones, because it was something I wasn't really aware of myself. So it was really educational for me too. So.
Oh, yay. So then that kind of segues into the creating you. That is another avenue that you're taking as well. And that is a way of helping professionals decipher and put their best foot forward. Can you kind of talk a little bit about what your Creating You program is?
Yeah, so that's a cool story, because it's actually a business that I started with a former student of mine, who was a student in the very first college marketing class I ever taught. And she and I connected, and I kind of became her mentor. And we one day, actually just 2 years ago, is when this really started, summer of 2018, we were like, we both have these ideas and goals of helping people with their personal brands, or helping small business owners on social media. She has her own business as well in the fitness space. She's a fitness influencer on Instagram. She's an ambassador for a couple of companies. So like she's built a very good social media presence that she's actually making money from, as well as having our business. So we thought, well, why not take our two areas of expertise and all of our experience and see how we can help. So we started with just monthly workshops, actually geared towards the solopreneur, entrepreneur, on how to build their personal brand on social media. And then we eventually launched a podcast. We have an online course that people can take about learning how to build a personal brand. So the podcast now, I think we're on episode 79, will be released tomorrow. Wow. So we've only taken off a few weeks since January 2nd, 2019, like Christmas break and things like that. But so yeah, that's really, it's different than what I do with small businesses, because it's very focused on the business owner and their presence on social media and how that can help them with their business.
I mean, today in the world that we live in, creating your own personal brand is another form of marketing. I mean, absolutely. I know we have some friends who are CEOs of businesses, and what you do in business and what you do outside of business is still, people are looking at you now from 24/7. So you need to make sure your personal brand matches up with your business, would you say?
Exactly. That's one of the things we always talk about, is being very intentional with your social media presence. That's fine if you don't want to use your social media to promote your business, but then make everything as private as possible and still be aware of the story you're telling with your social media. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I always like to ask, what is one pro marketing tip that you think every business owner should know? I'll just kind of let you know my biggest pet peeve. In example, we've done a lot of real estate marketing, and when there's pool filters, when they leave the pool filters in the pool, I understand a lot of times the photographers come and there's no one else at the house. But if you're there, just pull the pool filter out. It makes the photos
Yeah,
look 100 times better. So, do you
that's so
have
funny.
a marketing tip or a pet peeve that you'd like to share for small businesses?
I love that one. And yes, it's not it is a little bit of a pet peeve because if you have asked any student or entrepreneur that's been in one of my classes or workshops, I always shout this is that marketing is not just sales, right? And marketing is not just advertising. And so the positive side of that is marketing, especially as a small business, is in everything you do. So if you have a retail location or like a storefront or a brick and mortar location, the experience when they walk in the door. If you have an online business, the website and your social media pages, that's, just the feeling of that, that's marketing. If you answer the phone and talk to a client or a customer, that's marketing. Like marketing, your packaging, the way you send your invoices, like literally everything your business does is marketing. And so, because in this day and age, like you were saying about the personal branding, it's everybody looks at the whole package. So if you don't deliver properly or professionally or with the right, branding that fits your brand in any step of the customer journey, that's going to affect your overall reputation, your overall brand, which is your marketing. So I always try to tell people, just think about, and every employee has the ability to be important to marketing. So even if you have one employee, if that person has any interaction in any way, shape, or form with customers, they could be marketing too, just by providing good customer service and knowing what the brand is about.
Yeah, and then kind of like you said, just making sure that it's consistent over like everything you do. Like you said, like your invoices have your logo on it,
Yeah.
to your signature block has, a uniform signature block. So
Yeah. Yep.
totally agree. People don't really think about the overarching. They just think about, little bits and pieces, but it's that overarching that you really need to think about.
Exactly. And especially, like I said, at small businesses, because there's just not a lot of separation of things in small businesses. And you, as the owner of a small business, have so much control over almost every step. And so just making sure that you set up the proper, expectations and processes to provide consistency and whatever it is, however it is you want to do, but there's a reason brands are successful. Like Chick-fil-A is famous for my pleasure and, very polite. And, In-N-Out is famous because they play their employees better than other fast food restaurants, and they are very polite and they almost never get your order wrong. But that all started from one business owner with one location, setting the expectations and the processes that would, move forward as they grew. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, awesome. Thank you so much. And if someone is interested in learning, want to learn more about what you do and want to get a hold of you, what is the best way to reach you, Krista?
So I'm really easy to find. You can go to kristafabric.com and link to everywhere. But honestly, if you just do the username Krista Fabric on any major social media platform, you'll find me that way too.
Oh, that's nice to have a unique name that you were able to get your name for everything.
Yes, I have Krista Fabric on literally everything from TikTok to Instagram to Facebook to Twitter to LinkedIn to a couple of the smaller ones too. So.
And could that be good marketing as well?
Yes, it is. Absolutely. Having a consistent username is very good marketing. that matches your website address if possible.
There you go. There's another pro tip for you, right,
Yep.
Krista?
There you go. You got a bonus one.
Well, thank you, Krista, for joining us and sharing your passion of marketing and your journey. Not only what you're, professionally, but then also how you're, teaching and helping others. And then congratulations again on finishing up your dissertation, because oh my gosh, hats off to you. I know that was a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to share, subscribe to our YouTube channel for all the upcoming local buzzes.